A lot of us do know how to listen. In fact, you are doing it right now while you are watching this video. But we will be digging deeper and talk about the word listen itself. I know that listening sounded like a normal word, but there is more than the word listen itself. In public speaking, do you know the importance of listening critically and ethically to the speaker?
What is it?
I got you. But first, let's talk about and define the word listening. According to skillsyouneed.com, listening is the ability to accurately receive and interpret messages in the communication process. Listening is the key to all effective communication. Without the ability to listen effectively, messages are easily misunderstood.
Misunderstood?
Indeed, that's why we need to listen critically and ethically.
That is interesting. Tell us more about it.
Sure, here are my friends to explain it further.
An ethical listener is one who actively interprets and shared materials and analyzes the content and the speaker's effectiveness. Those are the listeners who's capable of providing quality feedbacks, honest in giving feedbacks on the flows of the speakers, but saying it in a nice way. Aside from behaving ethically while listening and giving ethical feedback, critical listening is also a vital skill in attending public speaking activities.
Critical listening is the process a listener goes through using careful, systematic thinking and reasoning to say whether a speaker's message makes sense in the light of factual evidence. When the listeners are not critical of the message they are attending to, they are more likely to be persuaded by illogical arguments based on opinions and not facts. Being a critical listener, you must recognize the difference between the facts and opinions, uncover assumptions given by the speaker, be open to new ideas, use both reasons and common sense when analyzing messages, relate new ideas to old ones, and take useful notes.
Give your very best to pay attention. Look at the speaker, make a connection, and make the speaker feel that you are interested with his or her speech. Always try to display respect to the speaker.
Listen carefully. Do not listen only with your ears, but listen with your whole body. Be a critical thinker when you listen. Those who listen critically analyzes the message of the speech. They do not take every message at face value and never repeat or relay a message to others without checking its truthfulness. You got it!
Now that we have already talked about listening, let's proceed to speaking. But before we start, let's go ahead and define the word speak. According to Ms. Merriam-Webster, speak is to utter words or articulate with ordinary voice, just like what I'm doing right now. It is used to express thoughts, opinions, or feelings orally. But first, let's define public speaking. According to Ms. Merriam-Webster again, it is an act or process of making a speech in public. It is also the art of effective oral communication with an audience. In public speaking, do you know the importance of listening critically and ethically to the speaker?
First and foremost is you need to get the audience laughing. Get their sweet spot for them to able to like you. You know what they say, first impression lasts, so you better create a lively impression.
Second is to focus on people while you are nodding. They are basically the one is really listening and agreeing to the one that you are talking about. Seeing them while doing public speaking will make you feel confident on stage.
Third, be expressive with your emotion. We know that speaking in front of tons of people are sort of scary and make the butterflies in our stomach fly around our body. But don't let this ruin your speech. You can actually make fun of the feeling that you are having while you are speaking. Let them know, and step by step, you can actually make yourself comfortable.
Fourth is to practice. We know that it sounded like cliche, but believe the art of being prepared. We should practice before we deliver our speech. But practice without progress is just practicing the same mistake. So better be observant in regard to the practice that we are doing.
Last is to be prepared if you get a mistake. We are all human that is created with flesh and nature. We commit mistake, but we must keep going. There is no such a perfect person. Making mistake in public speaking is okay. The show must go on.
Now that we have talked about listening and speaking, we hope that you understand it better by listening to us. I hope that someday that you will be confident enough to express yourself to the world with your word, and also don't be hesitant in speaking in public. Thank you.